In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on November 12, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Vancouver Canucks versus Toronto Maple Leafs. The Vancouver Canucks face the Toronto Maple Leafs, with both teams looking to improve from rough starts to the season. The Canucks have a 4-7-3 record and are near the bottom of the Pacific Division, while the Maple Leafs have a 7-4-3 record and are in the middle of a competitive Atlantic Division. The Canucks are hoping to improve from their slow start and climb out of the bottom of the Pacific Division, while the Maple Leafs look to continue to gain ground in the Atlantic Division, making the upcoming game a crucial one for both teams. Vancouver is 4-11 in their last 15 games and 2-9 in their last 11 road games. The over is 6-0 in Vancouver's last 6 road games. Toronto is 0-5 in their last 5 games against the Pacific and 38-15 in their last 53 home games. The under is 6-0 in Toronto's last 6 Saturday games. The home team is 23-3 in these two teams' last 26 head-to-head meetings. The Canucks are going to struggle in this game. The major difference between these franchises has been the offensive production as of late, as Vancouver was able to score 4.8 goals in their last 4 games, while Toronto has put up 3.2 goals in their previous 5 games. Having Keith Petruzzelli expected to make his NHL debut inside of the net is tough to expect him to do well, as he has never faced the speed of the National Hockey League. Thatcher Demko is better than his numbers show thus far and should be able to do well, as he is 4-3-0 with 3.32 goals allowed per game and a .911 save percentage in his 7 career games against Toronto. The underdog has won in 6 of their last 8 games against one another. The Canucks, who average 3.5 goals per game, should constantly find the back of the net, with Elias Pettersson, Bo Horvat, and the rest of the forward unit controlling the puck into the offensive zone and creating open shots with great passes. The Canucks should also limit a Maple Leafs offense that is scoring only 2.86 goals per game, with Quinn Hughes, Luke Schenn, and the rest of the defensive unit creating turnovers in the defensive zone and limiting shooting lanes, allowing goaltender Thatcher Demko to make plenty of big saves. The Maple Leafs are looking to win on their home ice. The problem is that the Canucks have looked like a much improved team, and they look to take advantage of a Maple Leafs team playing on short rest. So the Vancouver Canucks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Canucks have been carried by their offense, and both forward units look to step up and find the back of the net throughout the game. The Maple Leafs should create plenty of scoring chances against a Canucks defense that is allowing 4.07 goals per game, with Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, and the rest of the forward unit stepping up and creating open shots with quick passes while generating quick shots on the net. The Canucks, who have scored 19 goals in the last 4 games, should run up the score, with Elias Pettersson, Bo Horvat, JT Miller, and the rest of the forward unit crashing the net on the rush and creating open shots with great puck movement, while Quinn Hughes picks apart the Maple Leafs from the point. I don't trust either set of goaltenders as far as I can throw them, and this is just a tough spot to back if you're looking for a low-scoring battle. I think this has 5-4 final score written all over it. This will be a high-scoring game, with both offenses stepping up. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Carolina Hurricanes versus Colorado Avalanche. The Carolina Hurricanes will test their talent and their improvements from 2021 as they head to Colorado to take on the defending Cup champion Avalanche in a true test of their skills. Colorado are looking to prove they can follow in the Lightning's footsteps and take a second cup in a row, while Carolina are looking to take the next step, and by taking down the defending champs at home, they'd be a good chance to improve once again in 2022. Both teams are showing thus far why they are considered favorites in their respective conferences, and with all 3 units on both teams firing, especially in recent times, this could be a preview of the Stanley Cup Finals early in 2023. Carolina is 5-2 in their last 7 games and 28-11 in their last 39 games against the Central. The under is 5-0 in Carolina's last 5 games, playing on 1 day of rest. Colorado is 62-16 in their last 78 home games and 37-18 in their last 55 Saturday games. The over is 4-1 in Colorado's last 5 home games. The under is 6-1 in these two teams' last 7 head-to-head meetings. This is an interesting battle because the home team won both contests last season, but this came after 4 straight games where the visitor was victorious. However, the home team is 15-6 in the last 21 meetings, and the Avalanche are 11-3 in the last 14 meetings between these teams in Denver. The Avalanche have shaken off their early season doldrums and are on fire this month. While Carolina has a winning record on the road, they are 2-3-1 in their last 6 road contests. Meanwhile, the Avalanche have won their last 2 games at home by a combined score of 11-6. This isn't a head-to-head matchup that we see often, but when these teams get together, it usually results in fireworks, and while they both expect to be featured heavily when the playoffs roll around, this is certainly a chance to test their talent in 2022. In the past 14 games in Colorado, the Hurricanes have managed just 3 victories, and in the last 21 overall, they've managed just 6 wins, so it's safe to say that the defending Stanley Cup champions have the edge in this matchup. And with both teams having amazing starts to the 2022 season, it's bound to be a clean slate for 2 very good teams. So the Colorado Avalanche money line is our full game side pick. Both of these teams are capable of scoring goals en masse, but in recent times, they haven't been showcasing that skill as much, instead putting out incredibly impressive defensive displays that will help them win when it matters most. The under for both teams on one day's rest is the clear favorite in recent times, as it is 4-1 for Colorado in their last 5. And 5-0 for the Hurricanes, as well as being 6-1 in the last 7 head-to-head matchups between these two fantastic teams. There's a good chance that plenty of goals are scored, as neither goaltender has proven to be elite this season. But with good defense and talent all over the ice, defense has won out for both of these teams all season. These are 2 top-level defensive units, and even though we're only 15 or so games into the year, this feels like a potential Stanley Cup final preview. I honestly think this game is a 1-3 wins kind of game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Winnipeg Jets versus Calgary Flames. The impressive start of the Winnipeg Jets will look to continue as they head to Calgary to take on the struggling Flames, in a matchup that at the start of the year, if people looked at the schedule, many believed the roles would have been reversed. This is one Canadian matchup that hasn't been built into a very strong rivalry, but both of these teams are deep and incredibly talented, and this is a fun matchup that could certainly be a preview of a potential playoff matchup in 2022. The Jets come in winners of 7 of 8, while the Flames come in looking to break a 7-game slide. So while the result seems clear, these are 2 very good teams that are ready to go to battle, as there's only one way to decide who comes out on top. The Jets are 3-7 in their last 10 road games and 6-1 in their last 7 overall. The Flames are 0-4 in their last 4 home games and 0-7 in their last 7 overall. The under is 18-7-3 in Jets' last 28 overall. The under is 3-1 in Flames' last 5 versus Western Conference. The Jets are 4-1 in the last 5 meetings. The underdog is 4-1 in the last 5 meetings. Surprisingly, Calgary is the favorite in this game. This team has not been playing well of late, and the goaltending has been mediocre, to say the least. Markstrom was one of the best goaltenders in the NHL last year, but he is getting very little support this season, and the fact that this team is struggling to score goals will be a problem against a very good Winnipeg goaltender. The Jets are 3-1 in their last 5 games on the road, producing 16 goals. That includes a victory in Colorado and an overtime loss in Vegas. Both of those are hard rinks to win in, so this team is showing they have what it takes to go into a hostile building and come out with points. Winnipeg is 4-1 in the last 5 meetings between these teams. The Calgary Flames have been in terrible form lately and have fallen apart completely in the 3rd period of their last 5 games, so while they host the Jets as favorites in this one, the Jets certainly have a good chance to come into Calgary and walk away with a solid 2 points in the standings. I know the Calgary Flames are better on paper than what they've shown up to this point, and odds makers are just waiting for things to turn around. However, I'm not laying juice with a Flames team that can't score and hasn't won a game since October 25th. The Winnipeg Jets are simply playing the better hockey, no matter how you slice it. So the Winnipeg Jets money line is our full game side pick. Do not be surprised if the Flames are held to 2 goals in this contest. They scored 20 goals in their recent 8-game homestand, and now they are facing the top goaltender in the NHL, so they will struggle to get more than 2 goals in this contest. That leaves it up to Winnipeg to come up with more than 4 goals in this game if one believes the over will be the outcome. While the Jets have looked impressive on the road this season, they have only produced 17 total goals in their 6 road contests. Both of these teams have very talented forward groups, but if they are to take the next step and make a deep run in the playoffs, it's the elite goaltending that will set them apart from other Western Conference teams. They've combined scored plenty of goals, but with the likely matchup being Markstrom versus Hellebuyck, this is bound to be a low-scoring one, as it usually is when these two squads match up. The under in this head-to-head matchup is 20-8-1 in the last 29 matchups overall, with a 6-2-1 record in the last 9 games at the Saddledome in Calgary. And while sometimes low-scoring, these two teams always put on a show. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.